Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine,
And Jennifer.
and I want you to think about taking a trip somewhere. And you've never been there before, and it's going to take you some time to get there. You going to go without a map?
No. I am a planner. I'm going to think about what are all my options? What does everybody want? I'm usually the planner when it comes to that type stuff, and I'm just kind of thinking about what are all the aspects of who do I need to think about? What kind of money do I have? Blah blah blah.
Absolutely. And because here's the reality, if you set off at a destination and you don't have a map, you might get there eventually, but you might be late. You might get lost and you might never arrive.
Might not do what
And
you really want to do.
and you might now I've done that sometimes deliberately, and, I've had some wonderful side adventures, and that's okay, but that I knew that's what I was signing up for. And so, why am I talking about travel and vacation planning and roadmaps? Yeah, I do love my vacations, but you know what? When you're working on hitting your business goals, you got to have a plan to get there as well.
Yeah. And I almost want to say all marketing starts with content. I don't know if that's a bold enough statement, or if you don't have content or something to talk about to your audience in whatever form, we discussed today, then you don't have marketing.
Mhm. And I'm going to back up because, okay, classic marketer. I'm going to back up and say it starts with your customer. And you kind of alluded to that in the word audience. But it really starts with who are you trying to talk to? What do they want to hear?
Not what you want to say or how you want to say it. What is the way that they need to hear it? The words, the imagery. What are their questions? And I just want to touch on not the what of your product or service, the why.
They want to hear the why. The other thing that, and again, when you're talking about questions and you're thinking about, okay, I'm going to create content, I'm going to whip out my video camera, I'm going to record podcasts, I'm going to sit down and start typing blog posts. Before you do any of that, what does the customer need to know? Do they want to know how your product works? Do they want to know how do they use your product? Go
I
ahead.
would even I'm a logistical person, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. What are the things I want to know, when I don't even know who you are? It's not I have this discount, do you want to buy?
Mm-mm.
That's not it, And then okay, I kind of know who you are, but what do I probably think of next?
Mhm.
And then once I have that, and you just the funnel.
Yes, and customers at different places are going to have different questions. In the beginning, they don't know what they don't know. So, do you sell this kind of product? Do do I even need this product?
Yeah.
Why would a customer buy a product? That's where things like testimonials come in handy.
Mhm.
If
Mm.
I buy that, how am I going to use it? How-to guides, videos, which really aren't about selling, but it's about presenting your company as a resource and an expert to help them get smarter about the whole process.
So I think about it kind of like three prong, I don't know who you are, top of the funnel.
Mhm.
Middle of the funnel, I kind of know who you are. I'm not really sure what all you offer, and I know who you are. Why am I going to choose you over someone else? And then content to me flows down from those
Mhm.
charts, and that's how you should build it on your website
Mhm.
first.
Yeah, and I and again, I think we're agreeing that you have to answer a range of questions.
Yes, yes.
I really um I really believe before you can start talking about who you are, and I think this is where a lot of companies make mistake. They think their homepage is about them. Hi, we're the longest running widget manufacturer in the Midwest. I don't care. Before I even start telling you about me, I need to be providing information that's at that even higher level that's just, hey, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, we can have a conversation. Here's things that you should know. And in telling and sharing that information, even before you tell me who you are telling me who you are. You are telling me that you are knowledgeable. You are proving by the content you put out there
Yeah.
that you know stuff and you're not a sleazy salesperson.
There you go. And I'm not, yeah, I'm not just trying to sell you. I'm trying to help you. I think of another mistake that I see is tactic first of I need marketing for, or I need content for this particular type of tactic instead of subject first. And then I'll get it into the different type of tactics of where I'm going to use it.
I totally agree. You got to step back and do big picture. Who is your customer? What do they want? What do you want to give them? What information do they need about you, about your company, about your product? Once you have your questions, now you can start saying, okay, we're going to address this question first. This week, I'm a flooring contractor. This week, we're only going to talk about, or this month, we're going to talk about hardwood floors. We're not going to worry about carpet. We're not going to worry about tile. Well, what do people need to know? Okay, well, do we need information on the website? Do we need a video? Do we need a white paper on how to buy floor? And figure out all the pieces of content that support the strategy of demonstrating expertise in this segment.
And I think of like, you mentioning like, video versus maybe like audio versus maybe like imagery versus maybe written. What is the easiest path for you to start with to get it out, and then you can make it into the other forms?
And you know what? That really is going to vary based on your work style.
Mhm.
And based on what you already have. For
Yeah.
example, I have thousands of blog posts. So it's easy for me to record a podcast from a blog post. But on emerging topics, I don't have a blog post. So I record the video first, create a podcast, create a blog post from that. And so they all kind of go around the same theme, they all fit together.
And you're meeting people where they are at and how they like to absorb information. And I don't think sometimes when creating content, it's not an either or.
Mhm.
If you can do it, and Lorraine and I are, you know, media house producers here, and we're making it happen. Like it's just a matter of putting one foot in front of the other. It's possible, and yeah, I mean, it can be done.
Well, but it also, and it's really funny when I had the agency, the tasks were divided up.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing all the content for more than a few words. And I still follow the same content plan. I still have a list of topics. And then I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, it's going to be in the newsletter here. It's going to be a blog post here. It's going to be a video here. It's going to be there. So I can follow that content through my stream.
And when it comes to content ideas, when and where do you have those, and where do you put them?
I I'm a spreadsheet geek. Now, back when I had the agency, we had a wall in the hallway, um, and every time a customer asked a question that they didn't know the answer to, or an idea popped in somebody's head, we'd write it on a white card and tack it on the board. And so then, if I was struggling for a blog post or something to write about, I could walk by the wall. Now I'm a geek. I put it in a spreadsheet.
But for the business owner, the marketer, go to the people who are talking to the clients every day. What are the top 5 questions that you always get asked?
Oh, absolutely. So, customer service, if you're a bigger organization, spend half a day on the telephones. I know you have other things to do, blah, blah, blah. The most important thing you can do is listen to your customers. So talk to customer service. The other place that I would always find great questions was in my email.
If
You
you
know,
want to close the sale sooner, answer the questions that people are going to have about buying your product or service on your website, because 60 to 70% of the sale happens online before they even get to you. So just got to do the legwork and produce the content.
absolutely. And we recorded a conversation, I think it was last fall, called Answer Customer Questions. And we have a whole 10-minute thing on just that. But when you're doing your content plan, get those questions and then figure out, what do you want to create first? And then start creating that content and getting it into the different formats.
And so, what resources are in the digital toolbox to learn more about how to build a content plan? I mean, I know we have our one. I was mentioning it the other day to someone. Name is going to escape me.
Random Strangers to Raving Fans, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
an entire step by step process. But if you just want to pull out, there's a worksheet just on answering the questions. There's a worksheet on the building a digital marketing plan, just doing that. So there are great resources in the toolbox. Hop over there and
If you got specific questions, book some time. We can talk about it. Go through yours specifically. So,
absolutely. And you would be amazed at what asking a few questions can do for your business.
all right. Take care.
Bye now.